Second spot of the day. Waters got high. Waters got rough. I know exactly where that came from. A long way from here. Second shot at this thing today. Let's see if we're going to recover anything at all. Always staying positive. Even when I don't find anything majorly historic out here, which I have found many over the course of the last 3 years. But even if I don't today, there's many things to be thankful for. Trust me on that. "13 seconds later. Might have found an amateur piece. Sitting right on top. Yes, it's a very amateur looking piece. Look at that. Talk about being thankful. I'm so thankful I can get in the waters like this today when it's 41 degrees. At least I got the waist ties on. There's nothing like the yin and yang of it all. There's nothing like it. I mean, it's incredible to be able to walk in such frigid waters when you're protected, you know. Gotta invest in some kind of diving suit or something to wear under the pants, the gym pants and all. Because the waders, the uniform, the knight's uniform is kind of hard to wear. It is. It's real heavy. The back's always hurting the next day. The joints are killing it. I'm looking. But boy, am I ever so lucky. It feels so good just to walk in this, though. I mean, in the summertime, it's different because you don't have to wear the waders. You don't. You can just come out, like commando. Almost nothing on. And you can feel the waters, but you get really adventurous when it comes down to this. Just like I told you many times in my videos, there's nothing like having a kayak. Excuse my sinuses. There's nothing like having a kayak. Nothing like having a mountain bike either. Nothing like having a vehicle. Nothing like having a private jet. Because you can go anywhere and do anything. It's endless when it comes to adventure. This place used to be loaded down for real. With a lot of things up in here. No, that's not one. But at least we found one, right? Of course it was sat down. What do you think? No, it's amateur and it's got a busted tip. Add it to the pocket to distribute later. Man. Been there for 5 minutes. 13 seconds later. And I just stepped on it. Let's hope I didn't break it. Look, even a deer have been looking for us. Look at that. They've been digging for it. I guess they might have learned that from, the guys over there at Heartbreaker Relics. They learned how to dig the right way. If only I could do that thing. Dig. Just don't dig. I just find it and that's it. I know where it is. That's all I do. Man. Wish they had some more gravel bars out here for real though. I mean, those were some good finds. They were. Those were some immaculate finds. Knowing that it's been almost a complete 6 or 7 months since I found a lot out here. Boy. You talk about a find. If only the Atlanta Braves can find that shortstop within Dansby Swanson. Yeah, But I'm nervous about that, though. I feel really bad, guys. I do. I feel really bad about Dansby Swanson. I do. It's almost like the Atlanta Braves are ignoring him. Man, God. You know, I get on MLB.com at least 35 times a day and refresh that thing, trying to see if there's going to be that red bar at the top. You know? You know, exactly what I'm talking about. The red status bar at the top with all the highlights. People signing major contracts, that kind of thing. And all the free agents, the major ones, have been dropping off the list. But Dansby Swanson, you know, it's hit or miss with him. He's not the weakest shortstop. He's not. People are acting like he's the weakest shortstop. But you talk about setting a different kind of foundation within the game itself. The contracts, like Xander, good old Xander Bogaerts, signing that 13-year contract, or 11, I think it was, whatever it was. And then Trey Turner. And a couple other ones. Man. Carlos Correa. But all that's left now is good old Dansby Swanson. There's nothing wrong with him. Nothing. You're acting like he's the weakest one of the bunch. And I know the Braves are trying to work things out in a different way. They're trying to figure things out. It's almost like they don't want to invite him back, you know. He's a hometown guy, he is. I think he's got to stay in the ATL. I would desire for him to stay. I remember back in the day when he and Albie started playing together. And the announcers and all, the commentators would always say how their chemistry, you couldn't match it. It's almost like the guys back in the 80s in Detroit, you know. Lou Whitaker and the other guy, Alan Trammell. You couldn't break them up. That's the last thing I want to see happen, though, is to break up the crew. I know it's all about money. I know it is. It's all about that dang money. But to me, money is not that important. It isn't. I mean, what are you going to do with 30,000? I mean, not 30,000. What year am I living in? What are you going to do with 30 million a year anyway? It's donate 3/4 of it. Offer it up, you know? Your treasure. Offer it up. Make things better in the world. But I don't get it, though, guys. I mean, Double A is what they call him. Alex and Topless. I know what he's thinking, but I think that they're afraid to go after Dansby because I know what they're thinking. Dansby Swanson is a very streaky player. He is. He can get injured every now and then. But he's very streaky. Just like Craig Biggio when it comes to like the power and stuff. And the injuries. But in a very non-Hall of Famous way. I thought that was a piece, guys. I thought that was a large shard of pottery. Careful. To them, it is out here. But think about this. I mean, what if they did bring back Dansby Swanson on like an 8-year contract for like, you know, $200 million or something. I don't know how my math is working at the moment, but he's worth a lot. He is. He's worth a lot. But what if he only hits like 244 with 11 home runs and 37 RBIs and gets injured in his first year on the contract? That's what I'm worried about. His streakiness. I'm hoping that the ones out here who are always watching and taking care of business out here, I'm hoping that they're going to say, you have nothing to worry about. We'll take care of that. As long as you have faith. As long as, you know, you pray. And do other things, we'll take care of the rest. Now look at electrical thing. No, it's not. It's a curler. Cool. Add it to the pocket. That's a weird one. It's our grandma's back in the day. Boy. What else is going to be out here? I think I feel a large Mora Mountain coming up pretty quick. I don't see it yet, though. Dang. I'm glad they let us find a couple, though. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. That's a pretty rock. Most definitely. Yeah, but I don't know what you guys think about good old Dansby Swanson. I mean, I like him a lot, guys. He's a hometown guy. He needs to stay in ATL. Just like a lot of other ones. But I think Vaughn Grissom might be ready. I think the experts out there don't think he's ready. But I think he's getting there. I think he'll be ready probably around May or June. Ready for that full-time gig. That's short. Because I spent probably the last week and a half trying to study his swing, the way he plays the game, the way he throws that bat through the zone, makes contact with the ball. Thought I saw something. But that's another pretty little rock. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That is not a piece of glass. Very nice indeed. Look at that one. Nothing like the beauty of it all out here, though. But I mean, we're not even close to like the season, though. I mean, it's still mid-December. And I'm always thinking about trying to crack these codes when it comes to the game, Trying to figure things out. What people are thinking about when it comes to the game. But Vaughn Grissom, the last thing I want to see also is for him to get traded. I mean, the Braves hit it right with... Hold on. The Braves hit it right with Dansby Swanson. They did. I know he was streaky. He's hitting a career average about, 261, 253, something like that. You're going to say he sucks. No, he doesn't. But Vaughn Grissom might be a future Hall of Famer the way I was looking at him. He just might be. Or let's just say, if not, let's just say he might be borderline. There's no telling until we get him through, But from what I've seen, I'm extremely impressed with the way he handles himself on the ball field. In the batter's box. He's got this aura about him, though. I mean, the way he handles his business. He's got this way of doing things. I'll never forget his first... Oh, oops. Oh, that's not a black shirt area. It's nothing. But the way he swung that bat for the first time in Boston, hit that thing over the wall. I mean, it's almost like he was guided. I'm thinking, because they're washing this out. Crap. That probably just happened a couple days ago. This has always been through here. It's always been just level gravel. Don't faceplant. Dang. But I knew something was up the second he swung that bat for the first time. Definitely something was up. It's almost like he could have hit the ball out of the park with not even looking. And it's almost as if that's exactly what happened. Dang, they're rerouting the creek. Look at that. There's another white piece. There's another white piece. Is it something? If it's white out here like that, it's always something. And it's nothing. All right, cool. Vaughn Grissom. I don't want to see that name on another lineup card for another team, It needs to stay in the good old ATL, the name. Boy, do I have to cover the entire length of the creek? Man, it's real soft coming up in here. I mean, look at that. Look how low we go. I'm looking. No, I can tell that's nothing. When I look, I don't really... I look hard, I do, but I just don't try to disturb anything. If it's meant to be grabbed, it's meant to be recovered. Don't try to force it too much, Very cool indeed. Very good day so far out here. And this is the second place of the day. Nothing but a bunch of truth at the first place. Even when there's nothing, there's always truth behind it. I told you that. You just have to give it time to understand it. Yeah, boy. There's one of those Heartbreaker Relic style arrowheads right here. And I just saw something crazy. I mean, look at that. That's not an arrowhead, though. That's like the type that they find in Mississippi, in Louisiana, in the ground. Check this thing out, though. Boy. I know you see it right in the middle. It's tiny. It's one of those little dollhouse things. Definitely going to be adding this thing to the pocket. Look at this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Vintage. Boy, what a find indeed. Just as good as the history. Because that's what it is. Look at that. I wonder if that's one of those marking devices from back in like the 1900s. Things probably worth $1,800. Probably just a toy. Yeah. But guys, I think we should hang on to Von Grissom and his contract. We got to hang on to it. He's only like 20-something years old. 21, 22. I thought that was the bottom of a pot. Like the leg. Crap. But, yeah, guys, Von Grissom. Hold on, I'm looking. I see something sharp right here. Hold on. Oh, it's just a game. Yeah, cool. There's a white piece. Looks like it might have some kind of napping on it. Let's take a look. No, what the heck? No reason to get mad at him. But there's definitely going to be something to get mad at when it comes to the Braves. If they don't figure things out. Man. Good old Von Grissom. When he first came up, I actually thought he was related to Marquise Grissom. Yeah, boy. Is that something? No, it's nothing. Oh, I already know what that is. That's garbage. Gotta pick up the black stuff. Because it could be a piece of the pot. I mean, I'm saying this that I don't want Von Grissom to be one of those trade, pieces or something later on. That they lose him to another team and he goes all out. Becomes a Hall of Famer for another team. That would suck for real. Boy. I don't want the Atlanta Braves to be on one of those lists. The worst trades in franchise history that you always come across every time. Those big trades where some team made it out big and another team lost out because of a bad decision. Let's hope the Braves don't end up on the other side of the stick, the other side of the bat. Good enough for me. Sometimes they don't make it that easy on us. Man, I gotta climb under this thing. I know there's a lot of banks that they're washing out. I know there is. I mean, look what they did here. Look what balance that they created right there in that piece. Uh-oh. Now what? Like the 5th log jam of the day. But look at this cool little rock that I found. Look at that. That's one of their knockoffs. It's exactly what it is. A chip off the old block. Boy. Wonder what we're in for the rest of the day. Yeah, this is that world famous creek, guys. It is. This is that world famous creek that I slipped on the bank way back in I think it was like March 1st of 2020 or something like that. Or 2021, I slipped off the bank trying to climb with no hands, I mean, I had the jug with me and I was trying to climb up on the bank and the right foot slipped. And I went in and shattered my right ankle. But you know what? I kept on going. I kept on going through this thing. And continued to find some cool things, you know. But no, I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't go get it looked at. I didn't. Not at all. I just dealt with that thing. And the crazy thing about it, dang, that's deep. Ain't no way. But the crazy thing about it, though, is that it was March 1st and I just joined the gym about a month before that, like 3 weeks before that. You talk about a bummer. You talk about being depressed. Yeah, man. Hey, look at the balance. Yeah, but this is that world famous creek that I did that thing. And you know what? As long as I stabilized the ankle, I was going to make it somewhere no matter what. I don't know I think it healed right. I'm not really sure. Who do I look like? A doctor? An orthopedic surgeon? Oh, look at that. Boy. A different kind of piece of the pot. Very cool indeed, piece of shirt. Maybe I need to go back and look at that piece of wood that looked like a leg to a pot. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to be covering the whole entire length of the creek. But we don't have a lot of time. It's already like 2 o'clock. We only have like 2 hours of daylight left. Boy. Don't slip and fall in this place, man. Boy. I think there's something that we got to toss back up on the bank. For real, though. Oops, sorry about the cord in the way. I'm looking. No time to waste. I think there's something I gotta toss back up on the bank. Technically this is garbage, but it's not. It's a very cool object. Wildcats, though. I mean, for who? It's not the Kentucky Wildcats. World famous basketball team. That's a very nice looking bottle, though. But it's been in here for a while. You can tell it's been rolling around. Toss it back up. That's cool. The deer are going to bite down on that stuff. Play around with it, kick it around. Add it to their pockets out here. Look what the humans left behind. Mama, can I have it? But of course you can, Michael. It's real clean up in here. I mean, they got the bank scrubbed out. They got the bottom cleaned out. A few things left behind, no big deal. Here's my last find right here. Just an amateur piece. Check that thing out. I don't know if that's the bottom or the top. Very cool indeed, guys. Boy. Not a lot of garbage out here. Oh, there's a bottom of one. Beautiful piece, though. Beautiful. Nothing in it. Left my wallet in the vehicle. So I guess I'm adding another one. Dang, that's beautiful shard of metal. Check that out. Adding it to the pocket. Very cool indeed. Another one for the art pieces. From beginning to end. Man. That's a cool little piece right there. Very nice little thumb scraper. One of the better ones I've ever found. Cool. Man. That one beverage. Maybe it's a point that's got a busted tip. Look at the creek stain on that. thing's actually gray chert, but it looks black. Let me go ahead and keep on going. Heartbreaker. What a bummer, boy. You got sog. Tip is busted on that one. Beautiful piece though. Laying right on top. Sounds like somebody just said something. To my left. I'm looking. They're gradually wiping out this gravel bar right here. But it's high, which is good. That means they probably piled something on top. Boy. It's sitting right up. How am I going to have time to cover the entire length of the creek? I know it's not that far to cover, but it's just hard to get around a couple of spots, you know? And that takes a lot of time to get around it. Places like this, you know? Why am I even complaining? It's been a perfect day. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm anxious. I want to go find more, but, you know, it's kind of hard. Kind of difficult to stick with it out here. Imagine if I did find 15 today. I haven't had a day like this in only God knows how long. And trust me, God knows how long. God definitely knows how long it's been since I had a day like this. And I think the last time I had a day like this, it was a full 8 to 10 hour event. If only we can collect stuff like this in such short period of time, you know. Wow, look at that amateur piece right here I just kicked up. Check that one out. Dang. Weird, it's got a curve on it. And I don't even think it's busted. Why did I even kick that thing? My bad. Definitely cool. I'm filming just in case I spot another one. Another something. Another one. But it's got a busted tip. Oh well. 11 and a half seconds later. Dang. Very Georgia-ish. I think that could be it though. Up in here. Because the gravel bars have a tendency to diminish considerably after this spot right here. They do. Usually it's nothing but flat sands the rest of the way. At least that makes it easy on us though. We know what to expect. New placement. Here goes nothing. Some of the time I don't know why I keep going after that one certain gravel bar. Because it's next to nothing. The majority of this way. And I have to turn back around and go backwards. Heck is that? Oh, that's a leaf. Oh, I thought that was a saw blade or something. Well, what do you know? What the heck happened? You guys are wonderful. For real, though. The scary thing is, back in the last adventure we had at the last place, when I found nothing at all but one single shard of pottery, I said something very crazy. I said, maybe if I acknowledge the fact that I did find what I was meant to find, then maybe they'll let us continue to find some major pieces later on. And not just a few pieces, but a lot of them to make up for what we missed out on the last 6 or 7 months. Because 2022 has not been that great of a year when it comes to finding the major stuff. I'm talking about like the artifacts. But maybe the major thing of all was discovered by us. The main thing of all. I was just hoping that they would allow us to come back out to continue with this hobby of ours. To find the things that led us. To give us signs to keep going. And learn the things that they knew. To help us along the journey. Very nice of them today to let us find a few more pieces, A day like no other. For a long time. Last shot right here. Yeah, it's getting cold too. Man, it's going to be going down to like 8 degrees next Saturday. That's what they're forecasting. 8 degrees? You guys crazy. Man. But I can't complain about the seasons anymore. They taught me a lesson about that. I'm trying to come up with an idea. I don't want to get out of here and go backwards at the moment. There might be some more gravel bars, but this place right here has a tendency to be extremely deep right here. There's no way around it. And I know there's got to be a couple more. What the heck was that? Maybe one of these guys, the beavers. Man, there could be like 2 more gravel bars up in here. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to keep going. You're going to say, give it a shot. But all I see is a bunch of water. Nothing else. What the heck do I get myself into? It's only 3:09. Feels like it's 6:48 in June. Well, that's cool. Look at that. Had us fooled on that. Well, dang. Busted. I don't know if that's a sign for us to keep going and find the rest, or that this is the last one that we're going to find. Freshly broken. Look at that fresh break on that thing. Cool. Keep going. Crap. Not fair. Man, you guys crazy. I was trying to climb up out of here so I can go further. Quicker. And I just saw something I didn't really want to see. A brand new gargantuan gravel bar up there. Man. And there's no way to get to it. The water's too deep. Oh well. Better luck next time. Yeah, screw that. I'm going. Man, beautiful. Look at that. Boy. Things I get myself into to try to find history. Look at that. Danger zone. All up in this place. Look how beautiful the light comes in though. So glad I decided to go backwards today. I know what's going to happen though. I'm going to get my butt all the way up there in this little gravel bar and find out it's not gravel. It's just going to be leaves that look like gravel from a distance. And there's not going to be anything in it. Just watch. Well, what do you know? I went all the way down here for a bunch of leaves. Beautiful. I don't know if I'm taking a big risk being out here at this hour. Look at that. 4:43. Got less than an hour to get on out of here. Which means what? I gotta start leaving out of here within the next 20 minutes. This isn't making any kind of sense to me at all. All that stuff came from somewhere. Usually this stuff comes from up creek. And that's the truth for every place, really. So why is there nothing here on this side? I think I see one last piece before I gotta run on out of here. And it's just a rock. Did you know about that? They combined a arrowhead and a piece of pottery, made it into that. Very cool indeed. Add it back to their stash. Boy, is it getting cold out here. So why did I keep going? Gotta make an executive decision. Gotta be smart about this. Better to be safe than sorry, right? No time left. Hardly any light. Let's go ahead and get out of here safely. We had a great day. Most definitely. See you back at the Vinci studio. Well, let's go ahead and empty out the bag to see what we've got today. As usual. It's been a long time since we had a day like this, ladies and gentlemen. Check out this collection from today. Would you look at that? I know you're loving what you're looking at. Like I say many times in my videos, gotta love it. Check that out. Got the art, got the history, and everything else in between. Look at that. Picture's worth 1,000 words. But where did it all come from? That's what I want to know. I tried to track that thing down today again. Unsuccessful. Check that out, though. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but just you wait until tomorrow. We're going to be bringing up 2 or 3 bags of stuff in here tomorrow night. Could you imagine if this thing was filled up with major treasure? Look at that, still wet, leaking on us. There's got to be at least one dime in this thing. Maybe a quarter. But most likely nothing at all. Yeah. Very cool indeed. I thought this was one of those salesman samples. Worth about $1,500. It's too big for a dollhouse. What the heck is it though? Something that belongs in the garden back in 1977? Or is it from 1877? Look at that. It's like the perfect balance of size. Too big for a dollhouse, so we know it's not that. But it's too small for everyday use. So it's got to be for something though. Got an insulator, cool. Curling iron. Haven't seen one like this before. Looks like it's from the 60s. Yeah. Looks like some kind of drum. Porcelain object. Thought it had writing on the inside. Look at that. And it doesn't. Yeah. Another sword for the collection. Still kind of dirty. Yeah. But when it comes to nature, it's not dirty. It is what it is. It's even got writing on it. Hold on. Can barely make it out. Cool nonetheless. Use one side and not the other. But down to the history. Look at that. Gotta love it when you speak it forward. Like I said earlier, when I was looking at a piece of wood, it looked like the bottom of a leg. And we found it. But they knew we were going to see it. Talk about catching us off guard. Look at the top of that pot. There's the brim right there. Smoothed off. Weighs a ton. No design on it. Very cool. Probably 488 years old. Beautiful. I don't know, that could have come from that. But down to the artifacts, I mean the points. That one's busted, we suck. At least we tried, right? Hit it right in the second spot. The second place of the day. Going to be getting wet again tomorrow. Probably not going to find any points though, but we could be surprised. We're going to bring in a lot of this kind of stuff tomorrow night. But when it comes to this, maybe the balance was shifted to today. Unfortunately, it's broken. I don't know what it is about the church though. I guess it's so beautiful that we have to take the broken pieces. I know it looks like it's broken there, but it looks like it's the real deal right here. Look at that. Amateur. But so amateur, it's so interesting. Raw with that thing. Cool. Amateur on this one too. But a point is a point. Dang, it's been a long time since we had a day like today. And look at this one though. I know it looks like a rock, but look at the micronapping on that. They even did the bottom. Strange point indeed. It's the bubble wrap quartz. Very weird indeed. I don't know if that's the top or the bottom. I want to say that's the top right here. Let's don't turn it upside down to be the bottom. Yeah, very cool. Very nice. Now this one, Probably one of the sharpest tools in the shed. One of the sharpest points in my collection. Look at that. Look at the edge on that, the point. Needle tip. It won't even focus. That's a sharp blade for real. Probably came right out of the bank and into my collection. Look at that. You could tell it fell right out of the bank. Looks like it was made yesterday. Gotta love it when you find them like this. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Hope you enjoyed the adventure out there. As cold as it was, too bad it wasn't promising in the beginning. But the second one, we hit it right. See you in the next video.